This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hi and welcome. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. And today we have students from Juarez Lincoln Elementary and Kennedy Zapata Elementary. But before we meet our students, let's turn our attention now to our guest host. He is Mr. Mike Marasco, one of the owners at of the McDonald's here in Laredo, Texas. Mike, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Certainly. And if you could just briefly explain to our students and the audience, just what are some of your duties at McDonald's? What do you do there on a daily basis?
Sure. So my name is Mike Marasco, and one of the owners of McDonald's here in Laredo. Our family owns and operates 15 McDonald's restaurants throughout the city, and we have just over 900 employees. So with that many employees and restaurants, we have a lot going on every day. So some days we're visiting a few of the different restaurants, sometimes in the office, but always trying to pass out smiles to our customers.
All right.
Our main goal.
Very good, sir. Thank you. And let's turn our attention now to our students. Representing Juarez Lincoln, we have Christiana and Adeline. And Christiana, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself. Just what do you like to do when you're not in school?
When I'm not at school, I just try and play with my sister.
All right, very good. And Adeline, what about you? What can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I like to read and I really like to sleep because that exercises my brain, and I'm a very good student at Juarez Lincoln.
Very good. And what kind of books do you like to read mostly?
Mostly nonfiction.
All right, excellent. And of course, representing Kennedy Zapata, we have Valeria and Anaí. And Valeria, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
I like to read. I sometimes play with my little sister.
And Anaí, what about you? What can you tell us about yourself?
I like playing with my older sister. I like reading any kind of books, but as long as like they entertain me. And I also like playing with my sister, like some sports like basketball or volleyball.
All right, girls, very good. And before we begin, let me just go over the rules very briefly. Each team is going to take turns spinning that wheel that you see behind you. And of course, there are questions in social studies, math, science, and language arts. Those questions are going to be worth 5 points each, and you'll have a 1-minute time limit. The wild turn questions can come from any subject area, and they're designed to be a little more challenging, a little more difficult, so those are actually worth 10 points each if the wheel lands there. And of course, in order to earn the points, you have to answer the question correctly. And of course, if you don't, the other team gets a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. So we flipped a coin a little earlier today, and Kennedy Zapata won the toss. They elected to go first. So Kennedy or Valeria or Anaí, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? Just give us a good spin. Make sure it goes around at least once in order for it to count. And we're going to ask you just to spin again if you don't mind. Just make sure, give it a good spin. There you go. And we always ask that it goes around at least once. This time we're going to land in the science subject area. So our science question is right here, Mike. And I know. And I'm going to hand the copies to our students, and you can start reading the question and the choices.
Which combination after mixing retains its original physical properties? Is it A, food coloring and water, B, oil and water, C, salt and water, or D, vinegar and baking soda?
And whenever you're ready, students, just go ahead and give us an answer, but be sure to consult with your partner first.
We choose B.
B is correct. Nice job.
All right, that is the correct answer. Oil and water was the answer we're looking for. Our students answered correctly and get the 5 points. Juarez Lincoln, it's now your turn at the wheel. So Christiana or Adeline, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And Adeline's spin will come to rest eventually. And where it lands, well, it looks like it's going to land in the math subject area. So the math questions are up here. And again, Mr. Marasco is going to read the question and the choices for you. I'm going to hand you a copy of the question.
Which statement about the number 1 is true? A, 1 is a prime number. B, 1 is a composite number. C, 1 is both a prime and a composite number. Or D, 1 is neither a prime nor a composite number.
It's 8.
What was that?
8.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Kennedy Zapata, do you have an answer for us, please?
Will you see?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Mr. Marasco, if you'd share the correct answer with our students.
The correct answer is D, 1 is neither a prime nor a composite number.
And of course, we get our questions from our curriculum and instructions department. So, having mentioned that, it's now Kennedy Zapata's turn at the wheel. So, you give us a good spin, please. And this time we're going to land in the social studies subject area. That's down here. And of course, this question's worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly.
Question is, what is the main role of the Supreme Court? A, to ensure domestic tranquility. B, to promote the general welfare. C, to provide citizens with a trial by jury. Or D, to decide whether laws are constitutional. What is the role of the Supreme Court?
And this question's for our students from Kennedy Zapata Elementary. And they have up to a minute to answer. And once time's up, or once they give us their answer, we'll see if they get the points or not.
Will you see?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Juarez Lincoln, do you have an answer for us, please? So what is the role of the Supreme Court? Do you have an answer for us, please?
B.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Mike, can you give us the correct answer for this one?
The correct answer is D, to decide whether laws are constitutional.
So that is the ultimate purpose of our Supreme Court students. So I'm sure you'll learn that eventually in the social studies class. And of course, Juarez Lincoln, it's your turn at the wheel. So Christiana, give us a good spin, please. And this time the wheel will come to rest eventually. And it's going to land in the language arts is what it is. And again, this question is worth 5 points to our students if they can answer correctly.
The crest is a little tuft of feathers that sticks up on top of their heads. The female's plumage is a grayish brown with small areas of red on the tail, crest, and wings. What is the plumage?
If you notice, plumage should be underlined there in your question. And the choices are, Mike?
A, beak. B, feathers. C, crimson. D, wings.
So essentially, we're looking for the meaning of plumage. So if our students from Juarez Lincoln can come up with the correct answer, they'll earn 5 points. Otherwise, our students from Kennedy Zapata will get a chance to answer that question and possibly earn the points. And just give us your answer whenever you're ready, girls.
We choose B.
B is correct. Nice
All right.
job.
Good job, Juarez Lincoln. You're on the board. And Kennedy Zapata, it's your turn once again. So go ahead and give us a good spin, please. And this one's going to land in the language arts subject area, another language arts question. And again, this one's worth 5 points to our students if they can answer correctly.
The question is, what is missing in the following sentence? Runs every afternoon. A, an apostrophe. B, an end mark. C, the predicate. D, the subject.
We choose D.
D is correct, the subject.
All right. Good job, Kennedy Zapata. And Juarez Lincoln, your turn once again. So, Adeline, or give us a good spin, please. And this spin is going to land in the science subject area. So another science question.
The question is, Which of the following is not identified as a renewable resource? A, mineral deposits, B, natural vegetation, C, fish population, or D, corn crop?
So our students have a science question, it's worth 5 points if they can answer correctly. Which of the following is not identified as a renewable resource? And what do you have an answer for us?
A.
A, mineral deposits, correct answer. Nice job.
Nice job, Juarez Lincoln. And Kennedy Zapata, your turn once again. So give us a good spin on that wheel. And let's see, we have another science question. This time for our students from Kennedy Zapata Elementary. Your copy and your copy.
The question is, as groundwater moves through soil, it absorbs carbon dioxide. Water and carbon dioxide form carbonic acid. Carbonic acid dissolves limestone. Over time, which landform might result from this process? A, a volcano, B, a plain, C, mountain, or D, a cavern?
And this question's for our students from Kennedy Zapata Elementary. And by answering correctly, they can earn 5 points. Otherwise, our students from Juarez Lincoln Elementary get a chance to answer that question and possibly earn the points. And Mike, you want to go ahead and just repeat that question?
Sure. The question again is, as groundwater moves through soil, it absorbs carbon dioxide. Water and carbon dioxide form carbonic acid. Carbonic acid dissolves limestone. Over time, which landform might result from this process? A, a volcano, B, a plain, C, a mountain, or D, a cavern?
And students, do you have an answer for us?
We choose D.
D, a cavern is the correct answer. Nice job.
All right. Good job, Kennedy Zapata. It's time now for a quick break, so let's go ahead and take one, and we'll be right back after these messages.
1, 2, 3, team!
UISD students, it's time to rally, dig in, score big, and win a new car just by going to school. The Sames Kia in the Classroom program is back. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new 2016 Kia Soul. Have perfect attendance during an 89-week period, and your name will be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new car. Spike your chances, attend class, and win a new Kia Soul.
United ISD urges parents who have children with severe allergies to please inform district nursing staff about your child's condition. Allergic reactions can be life-threatening.
We have procedures in place to help students at risk for severe allergic reactions or anaphylaxis. Notifying staff about student allergies makes it easier for them to respond quickly to an emergency.
Please report severe allergies and help ensure UISD students remain safe and healthy.
United ISD now has a virtual crime watch program that makes it easy to report a crime anonymously.
Just download the free UWatch app from the iTunes Store. This app allows citizens to report a crime or send a tip anonymously.
You can even attach video, photos, audio, or any other information to your tip. Help keep our schools and community safe.
With UWatch, the power to report and prevent a crime can now be found in the palm of your hand.
School safety is our #1 priority. Always report bullying to an adult, attend class every day, and please say no to drugs and alcohol.
Be sure to report any criminal or suspicious activity to campus police. Remember, texting and cell phone use is forbidden when driving in school zones.
Always watch out for kids at crosswalks and when loading on and off school buses.
Keep our kids safe.
Hi, and welcome back. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of our best and brightest here at United ISD. And today we have students from Juarez Lincoln Elementary and from Kennedy Zapata Elementary. And my guest host is Mr. Mike Marasco, one of the owners of the McDonald's of Laredo. And Mike, again, thank you for joining us. And I understand you have a question for our students.
Sure. So I went to college to get a business degree, and now I work in a restaurant. So do you have a college degree that you would like to get, or maybe a certain business or industry you would like to work in?
Christiana, what about you?
I would really like to be a doctor.
A doctor.
That's great.
Excellent. And Adeline?
Yeah, I'd like to be a doctor too, but in St. Jude's Hospital.
All right, very good. And what about you, Valeria?
Well, when I grow up, I want to be an architect.
Well, you need some business learning for that. And Anaí, what about you?
When I grow up, I would like to be a math teacher.
Math teacher. All right, excellent.
All right, great answers. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. And of course, let's go ahead and resume play now. Juarez Lincoln, it's your turn at the wheel. So, Adeline or Cristiano, one of you spin for us, please. And this time our wheel is going to come to rest, landing in the language arts subject area. So, a language arts question for our students. And again, this will be worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly.
The question is, which of the following is not an example of a proper noun? Seattle, Mal del Norte, George Washington, doctor.
And of course, those are your choices.
Those are the choices. And so, again, which of the following is not an example of a proper noun? A, Seattle, B, doctor, C, Mal del Norte, or D, George Washington?
And of course, we're looking for the example, which is for the following, which is not an example of a proper noun. So, students, what's your answer?
D.
Well, by that, can you read what's the choice?
George Washington.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Kennedy Zapata, do you have an answer for us?
B, doctor.
B, doctor is correct.
All right. So good job, Kennedy Zapata. You get the 5 points, and also it's your turn at the wheel. So, Valeria or Anaí, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And once again, our wheel's going to land on the science subject area. Getting a lot of science today. And again, this is worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly.
The question is, Lucy and Ryan are building a model of a forest food chain. They have tree leaves as producers and deer as consumers. They need to fill the decomposer spot by choosing which of the following? A, an owl, B, a mushroom, C, a crab, or D, a rabbit.
And again, the science questions for our students from Kennedy Zapata Elementary. And they can earn 5 points by answering correctly. And do you have an answer for us?
We think it's B, a mushroom.
B, mushroom is correct.
All right. So good job, Kennedy Zapata. And Juarez Lincoln, your turn once again. So one of you spin that wheel for us, please. Make sure we get a good spin there. And the wheel's going to stop eventually. And where it lands, nobody knows. But we'll find out shortly. And this time we're going to land in the math subject area. All right. And this will be worth 5 points for our students.
The question is, which attribute measures the distance around a two-dimensional figure? Is it A, area, B, a perimeter, C, volume, or D, length? Which attribute measures the distance around a two-dimensional figure?
And of course, this is a math question for our students from Juarez Lincoln Elementary. And they can earn 5 points by answering correctly. And once.
B.
B, a perimeter is correct. Nice job.
All right, good job, Juarez Lincoln. And Kennedy Zapata, it's your turn once again. So Anaí, give us a good spin, please. And Anaí spin lands in the social studies subject area. All right. That's your copy and your copy.
The question is, what is a long period without rain? A, a drought, B, a dry spell, C, a heat wave, or D, Anasazi.
A drought.
A drought is correct.
All right. Good job, Kennedy Zapata and Juarez Lincoln. Your turn once again. So go ahead and give us a good spin there, Adeline. after a very good spin, the wheel will come to rest, and it's going to wind up landing in the wild turn subject area. So let's see what our students get here. And let's see, this is coming from the language arts subject area. It's going to be worth 10 points to our students if they can answer correctly.
All right, this is a long question.
So bear with us, please.
What is the best way to combine the the following two sentences? Maybe you can fold a paper airplane quickly. Maybe you can balance on 1 foot for an hour. Should it be A, maybe you can fold a paper airplane and balance 1 foot for 1 hour? Or B, since maybe you can fold a paper airplane quickly, maybe you can balance on 1 foot for an hour? Or C, maybe you can fold a paper airplane quickly, balancing on 1 foot for an hour? Or D, maybe you can fold an airplane quickly, or maybe you can balance on 1 foot for an hour?
So make sure you read those carefully, students, and whenever you're ready, just give us your answer.
D.
D is correct. Maybe you can fold a paper airplane quickly, or maybe you can balance on 1 foot for an hour. Nice job.
I'd rather fold a paper airplane.
Yes.
Okay, Kennedy Zapata, your turn once again. So if you can give us a spin, please. Good job, Valeria. And this time the spin is going to land in the social studies subject area. And this is a 5-point question for our students if they can answer correctly.
A cold period marked by episodes of extensive glaciations alternating with episodes of relative warmth. Is it A, a Quaternary period, or B, an ice age, or C, Paleolithic age, or D, a Cold War?
And this is a question for our students from Kennedy Zapata Elementary.
B, an ice age.
B, an ice age is correct.
All right.
Nice job.
Good job, Kennedy Zapata. And Juarez Lincoln, it's your turn again. So Adeline or Cristiana, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And the wheel will come to rest eventually, landing this time in the wild turn category. And let's see what kind of a question our students get. This one's going to come from the language arts subject area.
What change should be made to the following sentence? She shrieked delightfully as she bounced into the kitchen to make morning coffee, thinking that would wake her sleepy parents, who were still nestled snug in their bed. A, change shrieked to shrieked, or change kitchen to kitchen, or C, change would wake to would woke, or D, change parents to parents apostrophe.
Please be sure you read the question carefully, students, and whenever you're ready, go ahead and give us your answer, please.
We choose A.
A is the correct answer.
All right. All right, very good, Juarez Lincoln. And Kennedy Zapata, your turn once again. So go ahead and spin that wheel for us, please. And this time it's going to land in the science subject area. So a science question for our students. That's your copy and your copy.
The question is, the solar system includes the sun, 8 planets, and other objects such as asteroids and comets. What is the center of our solar system? A, Earth, B, Jupiter, C, the sun, D, not here.
C, the sun.
C, the sun is correct.
All right. And Juarez Lincoln, it's your turn once again. So Adeline, give us a good spin on that wheel, please. And this time the wheel will eventually come to rest, landing once again in the wild turn area. So, wow. Let's see. This is coming from the science subject area. So this can be worth up to 10 points to our students if they answer correctly.
Mr. Gutierrez placed a pan of water on the stove. He measured and recorded the temperature of the water at 30 degrees Celsius. About 10 minutes later, the water began to boil. What was the change in temperature of the water? Is it A, 40 degrees Celsius, B, 130 degrees Celsius, C, 70 degrees Celsius, or D, 30 degrees Celsius?
Okay, students, be sure you read that question carefully. It's a science question, and it's in the wild turn category, so it's going to be a little more challenging, and it can be worth up to 10 points to our students by answering correctly. Otherwise, our students from Kennedy Zapata will get a chance to answer that question and possibly earn the points. And just to repeat while our students work on it, Mr. Gutierrez placed a pan of water on the stove. He measured and recorded the temperature of the water at 30 degrees Celsius, and about 10 minutes later, the water began to boil. What was the change in the temperature of the water? And the choices are A, 40 degrees Celsius, B, 130 degrees Celsius, C, 70 degrees Celsius, or D, 30 degrees Celsius. And do you have an answer for us, students?
C.
C, 70 degrees Celsius is correct. Nice
All right.
shot.
Good job, guys. It's time now for a quick break, so let's go ahead and take one, and then we'll be right back. Hi, and welcome back. You've been watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning, featuring some of our best and brightest students here at United ISD. Of course, we'd like to thank our students from Juarez Lincoln Elementary and our students from Kennedy Zapata Elementary for being good sports and joining us here today. And of course, I'd like to thank our special guest host today, Mr. Mike Marasco of McDonald's of Laredo. And Mike, what did you think of our show?
I thought it was a great job. They answered some very difficult questions, and we're very proud of you girls. Very nice job.
All right, very good. And of course, we'd like to thank some of the sponsors who provide some of the prizes for our students, and those include Sonic, America's Drive-In, Great American Cookies, and McDonald's of Laredo. So with that, let's go ahead and say goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.